God that came to reconcile us to himself, and that we both put our faith in him as Jews and non-Jews together as one.
Okay.
But I'm still Jewish, and they're not Jewish,
Okay.
but we are one in Messiah.
Okay, so that's the first time that I hear about
Yeah.
this kind of belief.
What did you learn growing up about Jesus?
Basically, in school, we didn't learn about Jesus. We learn in Bible lessons about the Old Testament and not about the New Testament. What I know about the New Testament, I saw in cartoons like The Flying House or the book, something with the
Superbook.
Superbook.
Yeah. You
right.
watch those?
I used to watch those because there was like maybe one or two channels.
Two channels.
So growing up, I didn't know much basically about Christianity and Jesus. Just that it's like the Old Testament and New Testament.
Did you ever connect the two, or did you think that they're just simply two separate religions?
No, I guess I knew in the back of my mind always that there's a sort of continuity of
Continuity.
Continuity.
Yeah.
Old Testament and New Testament, but I didn't get to meet much Christian as a child here, growing up here,
Right.
because you live in a neighborhood and go to school with Jewish people, basically.
Right.
Which,
Have you ever met a Jewish person that believes in Jesus?
I don't know. I mean, if you believe in Jesus, doesn't that you can be Jewish and believe in Jesus, or if you believe in Jesus, it automatically makes you a Christian?
That's a great question, and I think it's one that people need to understand, because it's taking two categories, separate categories, and putting them together. You have an ethnicity and you have a faith. So if we're born Jewish, right, and we put our faith in, like, Buddha, for instance, still Jewish, but Buddhist. Okay, if we
we do a fusion of both faiths.
Well, you're asking that
you practice mitzvot from the Jewish religion, but you also practice Hinduism or
right.
Or
it's a good question, because
Buddhism.
You can conflate being Jewish with practicing Judaism,
Yeah.
and those are two separate things, right? Would you agree? Would you agree that, like?
No, I was born Jewish.
Yeah, me too.
But in my family, we never practice religious stuff. I mean,
Or rabbinic law.
no, even Friday dinners with the family. We had Friday dinners. We sat and ate Friday dinner. We didn't say
Kiddush.
kiddush.
Yeah.
We didn't pray.
But that wouldn't make you not Jewish, right? For not
No.
doing the things.
No.
So we could come to the conclusion that it's not about what you do that makes you Jewish, it's where you come from. Your ancestors.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't ever thought about it. But
Yeah. Well, it's good to make it clear, because a Christian or a Messianic Jew, Yehudi Mashiach, it's somebody who comes from a specific background, but they put their faith in Yeshua.
Okay.
Okay. So whether it's a Gentile, a non-Jew, or a Jewish person, if they put their faith in Yeshua, then they are what would be considered a Christian or a Messianic Jew. Very similar terms, just one comes from the Jewish background and one comes from the non-Jewish background.
So if I understand correctly,
Same faith.
It's the same, and it's the same Jesus, but some look at him and practice as Christian, and some regard him as the Son of God as well, but they are considered to be Messiah Jews.
Yes.
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 Okay.
So they both look at him as the same person,
Yeah.
God that came to reconcile us to himself, and that we both put our faith in him as Jews and non-Jews together as one.
Okay.
But I'm still Jewish, and they're not Jewish,
Okay.
but we're one in Messiah.
Okay. So that's the first time that I hear about
Yeah.
this kind of belief.
Yeah. Okay. So you're Jewish and I'm Jewish. And so we grow up in Israel. And we don't hear that much about him because you don't learn that much about him in school, but you see him on television, you hear about him on, certain teachings and things like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about him in any kind of way?
Yeah, I guess so. I thought about this character that came here and wanted to save us and wanted to open our heart, our mind, and got misunderstood.
Wow.
And for me, I always thought it's a very sad story about somebody that wants to make the world better,
Yeah.
but is misunderstood.
Wow. That's a great point. It speaks a lot about Scripture, because even in the Tanakh, it talks about a servant of God that comes and suffers and is rejected
Yeah.
and takes upon himself the sins of the people.
And you do it twice, no?
Well, he came once
Yeah.
to fulfill specific things, to reconnect us with God, to bring us peace between God and man. And then in the second time, then he'll be that reigning, ruling king that our people are looking for, right?
But no, I mean, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm not such an expert of the
You don't need to be.
of
It's not
the New
point of
Testament,
this.
but he died once and came and
Rose again.
and rose again, and then he was crucified again. No, and then
No.
he died.
He was
No?
crucified once.
Crucified once, and then
rose
put
again.
in a cave. No, and
Yeah,
then he was buried in a cave, and then he came out of the cave alive.
Yes.
And what happened after that?
Rose to heaven.
Rose to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like some of other people in the Bible story.
In the Tanakh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very similar, there's a lot of parallels. A lot of
Okay.
parallels. But you seem to know a lot. No, you have some good concepts and principles
Okay. Thank you.
down, which are important. So what do you know about the New Testament? Brit HaChadashah.
Brit HaChadashah. I know that that's a story of Maria Magdalena. That Maria, not Maria Magdalena. It's the second Maria.
She's in there.
Yeah, but no. But first of all, Maria, which was
Miriam?
Jesus' mother.
Yeah.
And then it's the story about Jesus and how he brought this new belief of him that after was called Christianity, but during that time wasn't.
Right.
And then he brought this practice to the people here, which were still more narrow-minded, not narrow-minded, but they were still hooked on their beliefs,
Right.
and saw him as a sinner, and didn't connect with some people didn't connect with what the practice that he brought.
Right.
Because of that, he was persecuted, and eventually crucified.
Right.
Because his new beliefs and new practices that he wanted to bring to his people.
Yeah. You know a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, more than the average person, which is really cool. In the book of Jeremiah, in our Tanakh, God promises a new covenant to the people of Israel.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And this covenant, you can read it in Jeremiah 31, verse 31 through 34. And it says specifically that this covenant will be not like the covenant that he gave to our people when he took us out of Egypt.
Okay.
The covenant that we broke.
Okay.
Okay? So this is what the covenant says. That he will take away our sins and forget them. And this is the new covenant that he'll make with us. Not like the covenant from Sinai.
Okay.
So a new covenant is already predicted in the Tanakh. And so when Jesus comes and on Pesach he lifts the cup and he says, this is the new covenant in my blood, he's bringing in something new, but it's not new in the minds of those that should have known Scripture.
Okay, because it was already mentioned
Exactly.
in the Old Testament.
Exactly, and that's why we believe that Jesus is fulfilling prophecy, because we see prophecy and we see its fulfillment in his life while he was here. And also the transformation that happens within the hearts of those that put their faith in him. Now, you have things here that are very valuable.
Yeah.
Behind us,
Yeah.
right?
Some valuable in money-wise, some valuable sentimentally. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So we put insurance on things that are valuable to us, right?
Yeah.
We have insurance on our homes, on our lives, on our possessions, and so forth. This shows that these things have a certain value, whether they're monetary or sentimental value,
Yeah.
and we want those covered. Have you've heard of the word kapara, right?
Kapara, sure.
You know in English that it means covering or atonement.
Okay. No, I didn't think about it as
Yeah, and as believers, we realize that we can cover all these things financially, but at some point they're all going to go anyway.
like us,
Yeah, like us.
like our body.
Do you think that there is an insurance policy that we can have on our lives that ensures our future after we die?
No, I don't think so. And I also, being alive is such a big deal and such a full-time job.
It is.
That I don't think about afterlife.
You don't?
I think about now in the moment and how I can be as full potential as I can and to bring love and understanding to everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's what I practice basically.
Yeah.
That's what I want to believe, that I'm the best I can be here and now.
Right.
And what comes after life, I don't think that I have anything to do with that. I mean, I don't.
Do you think
I can.
Do you think you can know? Do you think it's possible to know? Do you think that
Yeah.
that God? Do you believe God exists?
I believe something exists. I believe that there's a force that made us alive and keeps us alive. And I believe in what helped me during all these crazy times that we're going through now is that I really believe that positive and good will overcome bad. That good will win, and if not, then I don't want to be any part of this universe anyway. So that's what I think that light will always win over darkness, and good will over prevail. So that's the world that I want to be a part of.
Yeah,
And
I
if I'm
think-
mistaken,
yeah.
I don't want to be a part of this world anyway.
I think if we look through the Tanakh and the Brit Chadashah, which I have over here, I think you'll see that there is a happy ending to God's plan, and you can be a part of it. And
I want to be happy, not thinking about the end. I want to be happy in the middle.
yeah, but unfortunately, as you've seen, not everybody gets the opportunity to have a happy life and to achieve their potential.
Yeah.
And so what we like to offer is what we've been given, basically, which is the opportunity for reconciliation with God and eternal life with Him in a life where there's no suffering, in a life where there's no pain and sorrow. And we believe that you can have the best life that you can possibly have here, but that it's nothing in comparison to what He has waiting for us.
But the question is, how do you know happiness if you don't know what the sorrow is? You know, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. We talked about duality before. You have to see both sides of the of it.
I think generally speaking, there's
you would.
truth in that.
What I'm saying, you wouldn't appreciate being happy if you were never sad or if you never suffered.
Yeah.
You won't know the abundance
Right.
if you don't know what being without means.
Right. You could say that suffering and joy are part of life.
Yeah,
They're part of the duality of life.
exactly.
And they both exist. So I don't like to say, I used to say it, that you can't know good without bad. But I can know good things without knowing their opposite. For instance, my wife and I, we have a wonderful relationship. She's never cheated on me with another man. I don't have to have her do that and feel that, to know that I appreciate her and I respect her and I'm so happy that she's with me. That doesn't have to happen.
Right.
So individual specific circumstances, I would say generally we have bad and we have good.
Yeah.
I think if the focus is on why we have those, how we have those, and the fact that there's an offer, an insurance policy on our lives that can bring us to a place where suffering no longer exists. Because in this world, while we're here, we're going to have trouble.
Suffering.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so someone like you with a positive attitude can do their best to keep moving forward and encourage other people to do the same, which is great.
Yeah.
And what we like to do is we like to encourage people that there's more to it than that. Even King Solomon, you know that in the Tanakh, Shlomo Melech,
Yeah.
he had everything. If he was alive today, he would be a trillionaire. A trillionaire.
Yeah.
And you know what he says in the end with 1,000 wives and $1 trillion?
What did it say?
Hevel Evalim.
Akol hevel avalim.
Yeah.
But I want to say that, I want this world to be heaven. I think that this world can be heaven, and we have to understand that we can make this world better now, in this life, before we move to the
I agree with
other
you.
one, because here we do have control and we can change things.
Yeah.
What we can say about the next resurrection, if we go to that,
Yeah.
we're in this resurrection.
Yeah,
we
we
got
are
to
in
this
this
life. So in this life, we have to do whatever we can do to make this life better for us and for everybody else.
Okay, I agree with you on that. However,
Because
and
if
I
we
wanna-
think about, yes, I have insurance, I can do whatever I want now.
Yeah.
At the end, God, Jesus will forgive me and I'll go to other life.
Yeah, but the insurance
Which-
policy doesn't work if you break the rules of it. There are rules of engagement.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you put an insurance policy on your home and you specifically destroy your home so that you can cash in,
Yeah.
they're going to have a clause within the policy that says if you do these things, you don't get your money.
Sure.
So there are conditions, right? But I just want to say that it's a good concept, and I just want to push back a little bit, and I appreciate you listening to me. Trying to make the world a better place according to who? Because you know that your good is not somebody else's good.
Right. But
And Hamas good is not our good.
not at all.
And so who has to be like who in order for us to all get along and make the world a better place?
I think the people that appreciate life, they are the true people that needs to spread their beliefs. I mean, before
Yeah.
7-10, I wanted to think that we can have peace with the Gaza people, with the
Right.
Palestinians, because we all want life. And yes, we have our differences, but basically at the end and the core of things, we want to live together. We want to live in peace. After that Saturday,
Yeah.
I understood that I am only 50% in the story. I can want and dream about peace as much as I can, but if the other 50% doesn't want it,
Right.
then I cannot do it. And like this
Right.
Bible said, if akam leorgecha, ashkem leorgo, if their truth means that my life doesn't worth living from their point of view, and I have to protect myself. I have to protect myself and fight them.
Right.
It's not because I want to.
Yeah.
Because I want my children to live in a place that nobody hunts them down like I don't know what, and that's what I want.
That's what I want as well.
I never thought that I will ever see in my life such hatred. I never dreamt that it's even existed.
Right.
Because we're not built to think about those things, and then to see it happening so much at once, it just was. Some of my naive that I try to keep with these toys disappeared, and I understood that I want to keep my truth as long as my truth doesn't hurt other people. But when other people's truth means that I don't have a right to live on this earth, then we have to fight. And that's the duality that we talk about again.
Yeah.
That my thought of being alive, I want to live with no fights. I want to live in peace. But when somebody comes to you and wants to kill you, you cannot live in peace with them, because we are only half of the story and they're the other half. And as long as they're the other half of the story, we cannot live in peace.
You mentioned duality, and we'll wrap up pretty soon. But do you think that this duality of I want peace and they want to kill me, do you think that duality lives inside every one of us? That we all have that in us?
Yes, I think
That's
so.
honest.
I think so. I think that, like I said, there is good and bad in everybody, and I think that you're right. Sometimes you can be good without knowing what is bad, but to be real good is to know what is bad and to overcome it and choose to be good.
And do you think that we can know what's good and bad without God?
No, I think God or whatever that is what center us, what keep us balanced.
Yeah.
Is believing is being balanced.
Yeah.
And that fight of being balanced, that's the name of life. That's life,
Right.
basically. And it goes on until you go to the other world,
Okay,
if there
so
is any.
You're pretty intelligent, which is it's hard for me because it brings up more questions in my mind. Where does Hitler go?
Hitler had good in him and had bad in him, but the bad won.
And what happens to him then?
He died, and the worms ate him, I guess, after a while.
So
What happened to his soul?
So he took himself out,
Yeah.
and he's finished, right? He did his thing, and then that's how he escaped. Yeah.
But the things the ideas that he made more heard and known still lives. Because the good and bad is not only in physical form, it's also in perception.
Perception.
It's in the perception and it's in everything.
Yeah.
And what he brought, what he clenched to in this it was the bad things. Even though he was a Christian as well by his belief, probably.
Yeah, I was actually studying on that. He wasn't a Christian at all.
Oh, no?
He actually hated Christianity. He hoped that he wished that Germany would be more like an Islam state because he thought Christians were soft and weak. He hated Christianity.
That's the problem, because when we believe in peace, we want to live like that, and then we put down our arms, and we want peace, and that's what makes them stronger. The sad thing is, as much as we want peace and we we put down our arms,
Yeah.
the bad will overcome us because he never let go of his arms. And like sometime Golda Meir said, the prime minister, she said, when the Arab nations put down their arms, we'll have peace. When Israel put down their arms, there won't be an Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
sadly so.
It is sad.
It's,
And from the perspective of the enemy or the other, they would think when Israel is gone, we will have peace. So that's good.
yeah, that's what they think.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing for them,
Right.
but I don't want to go to their houses and kill them in their sleep
Right.
to make the peace.
Right.
I don't want to.
Right.
That's the
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to offer you something here. We have a New Testament. Have you ever read the New Testament before?
I'm very ashamed to say that I never did.
It's small and it's
Okay.
cute. But in here is the insurance policy for your eternity. So it doesn't say don't live a full life here. It says love and serve God and love and serve other people.
Okay.
How does that sound to you for this life?
It sounds like what I'm trying my best to do all the time.
Right. And according to the insurance policy, that those that humbly put their faith in Yeshua as the kapara, the covering on our lives,
Yeah.
then we can receive a forgiveness of our own, that other side of our dualistic nature that sins. We can receive forgiveness, have that covering, that insurance, and when we die, we go straight to be with God with no suffering
Okay.
for eternity. Believe it or not, that's yours. But this is for you, and I wanted to see it because you've never read it before. I want you to just read the first couple sentences of the New Testament because it's surprising to most people,
Okay.
to most Jews. So let me get to it here. This is Mati.
What, you want me to find the first
Yeah, here we go.
Mati. הבשורה
Here
על
it
פי
is.
מתי.
Yeah, so just the first couple of sentences.
ספר היוחסין של ישוע המשיח. ספר היוחסין של ישוע המשיח, בן דוד, בן אברהם. אברהם הוליד את יצחק. יצחק הוליד את יעקב, ויעקב הוליד את יהודה ואת אחיו.
יפה.
זהו? או להמשיך. יהודה הוליד את פרץ ואת זרח מתמר,
זה ימשיך.
פרץ הוליד את חצרון, וחצרון הוליד את רם. אוקיי. זה אילן יוחסין שלם.
יפה. עכשיו, you learned about the Tanakh, right?
Yeah,
In school.
yeah.
It sounds similar, doesn't it?
Uh,
Torashot,
yeah, yeah.
Yochasim.
It sounds like the Shmot.
It's right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And so most people are surprised when they open this because they think, well, this is the book for the Christians and we have ours, right? We've got Moses and they have Jesus.
It's even have my name here. Yitzchak. My name is Yitzchak.
That's right. So anyway, I just wanted to offer that to you because it's a Jewish piece of literature written by Jewish people. Maybe there's one author that wasn't Jewish, but it's not proven yet.
Okay.
And this, like you said earlier, is the hemshech, the continuation of the Tanakh. So if the Tanakh ends with a promise, while the people of Israel are in a bad place, and this begins with the fulfillment of that promise, then you can see what the insurance policy that God has provided for us in here.
Okay, I will. I'm very honored to get this
Yeah.
present from you, and I'm very curious to read about it.
So where can people find your auction? Can you talk about it? Because I'm sure there are a lot of people watching this that aren't just interested in the Bible. They're also interested in collector's items like 1980s.
Like Optimus Prime,
collector's Optimus
mint
Prime.
in box here.
Yeah, I remember playing with that when I was
G.I. Joe, Tomahawk, we have there, and
the real deal.
yeah.
Right. So tell us about that.
Well, they can find us in Bid Spirit. It's a platform called Bid Spirit, and we are auction house called Soul 2. Maybe we can put a link.
We'll put all the links down in the description.
And then they can find us.
Great.
And they're more than welcome to join us in our community of the collectors, buy and sell with us to get close to other collectors.
Do you ship internationally?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, you guys better get these things before I do because this is bringing me right back to my youth. I'm good at aging myself.
You know that they say that we don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. So,
I like it. And so in return for this, I want Optimus Prime I want, the mic. I have a story where I actually
Well,
stayed
you can
over.
have it back then.
I actually have a story where I stayed over at
I'm going to take this to
You know what?
to other life as well.
Give me the ET real quick. Give me the ET real quick. So a lot of you guys didn't see the original when this thing came out, but I saw the original. I saw the original Star Wars when it came out, and I know people that have collected these things since they were.
This is mine since
came
I
out.
was like 3 or 4 or 5 years old.
And you know what I love about it?
The movie came out.
Is that you can
1982.
throw this across your room and it won't break. The toys I buy for my kids today, they break after one day.
Right.
And the kids are like, that's just how it is. Toys break after one day and we just have to get new ones.
No.
Yitzhak, I'm so happy that you were able to come here and talk with me.
You can call me Zack.
Zack.
Yeah.
And I appreciate
because
you.
nobody can say Tzachi in English.
Tzachi?
Tzachi, Yitzhak, nobody can say. So I just call myself
Yeah.
Zack for English friends.
Yeah, I appreciate
English-speaking
that.
friends.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So thank you for bringing me back to my youth. And thank you for entertaining my...
My pleasure. I will be very honored and happy to come again.
Me too.
Thank you for having me here.
My pleasure. Make sure you go check out his auction, and down in the description we have the links to help him out, get him back on his feet, and also participate in the joy and fun of the hobby of collecting.
Yeah.
And these cool things that we have here.
Yeah, to put the spotlight on life positive things.
Love it. Thanks, Tzachi.
Thank you very much.
Zack.
My honor.
So thanks. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.